And we are back. Thanks for staying with us. It's time to go through, well, we are not going through the front pages of the newspaper. Yeah, we are going to review the news that rocked the entertainment scene over the weekend and up till now. And I'm not doing this alone. Mary is with me. Hi, Mary.
Did. Very well. I was so tempted to do like this because I've been watching too much K-drama. So I was it like this.
There are quite a lot of stories that peaked over the weekend, and one of which is the Burner Boy. Yeah. They call me Burner. He has made a claim in an interview that there's no substance in Afro-pop songs. How dare you? Yeah, and this claim has got not only the music industry shaking, I mean, it got everybody talking about it. It even had a major backlash. And I heard two of his songs, which usually there's always expectations of him topping the charts on streaming platforms over the weekend, but did not actually. I think Ashake was, topping the charts, but eventually he did. But anyways, moving on. So yeah, even his this whatever got people talking. Benson, his protege, who used to, who was once under his record label, agreed to, his comments. But then we've also got Joe Boy, who's come forward to say, no, we do not agree with you, alongside other people. And this has actually caused a major controversy. What do you have to say about this, Mary?
When an elderly person of about 70 years old says, what nonsense is that boy saying? You know there's a problem. And that's exactly what I heard last week after the incident. Yeah. The truth is, everybody has a right to express themselves. And I agree that he has a right to express himself. However, there's something about being politically correct as well. You know quite well, just as you said, that you are a representative of Nigeria. You cannot just put a blanket that your music was not being supported in Nigeria until you became popular. I can speak for myself. Burner Boy songs, because I even had Afrobeat Mondays on radio back then, during Mellow World, on back then Radio Continental. And I remember Burner Boy songs used to feature almost every week, because I loved his music. Now, I know it wasn't a common thing, but you should not just put a blanket because most places you went to, most people you talked to, simply weren't supportive to your craft.
But do you think his attitude has a role to play in the lack of support? Because I would say this, so there are two different supports here. There are supports from the fans and there are supports from other I would say, entrepreneurs in the music industry that he could have been, looking forward to their support. Talking about fans, I know that he's gotten a lot of support from his fans. I mean, he had the two events over, that was during the Christmas holiday, that he stood people up for hours. They still waited.
Now, I wonder if you've seen that Rolling Stone article about
Yeah, I saw that.
And then people talking about the fact that, oh, this person that wrote the article has never liked him, even digging old tweets.
Yeah.
But the thing is, when people criticize you, you should listen to the truth in it. When people say, oh, you're not doing this right, instead of focusing on the bile in it, take out the good. What should Wizkid do? Wizkid has gotten a lot of evil backlash. You know what? Is it Davido want to talk about? The fact that he has been losing people.
Right. We can't exhaust this conversation, Mary, because there's so much that could be said about Burner Boy. But hey, we'll save it for another time. Let's move on to another story quickly. Kate Henshaw, veteran Nollywood actress. Shout out, Mama. Yeah, she has urged the federal government to completely toss out the NYSC program amid insecurity in the country. She is of the opinion that the lives of young corps members matter and they are at risk as the situation of insecurity in the country keeps escalating, with the recent occurrence of 8 corps members that were recently kidnapped on their way to Zamfara for their serving year. That was a pretty sad one. I saw that story and...
So this is coming from an entertainer in a serious matter. So I'm not quite sure how to go about this because I do not want to go into the newsy aspect of it. However, personally, I've never had anything against the NYSC. I feel the NYSC is a blessing in Nigeria. Maybe what we need to do, pending when insecurity is fixed, is zonal NYSC.
Exactly.
Zonal in the sense that, okay, if you've lived all your life in Nigeria as they do, you probably get sent to somewhere in west of Nigeria, maybe another Yoruba state. It wouldn't help you because you wouldn't even be able to learn about those other cultures and, the tribes. But I do not believe NYSC should be scrapped. I really do not believe it. There are people from indigent homes that 1 year is what they used to save up to start a business or something. So it does have its benefits. It just needs a little tweaking or some reviews.
I agree with you when you say it should be made zonal. For now. Right, for now.
Yeah.
And, well, we'll see. Moving on, finally, Steve Harvey and his wife's alleged separation shook the internet over the weekend, moving that this is one couple that a lot of people, including myself, admire. Shout out to Steve Harvey, right? So the allegations were focused on Harvey's wife. The allegations were around her. We're focused on her cheating, having an affair with her bodyguard and her chef. Right. So I'm glad that he's also come forward to say that, well, this did not happen. So yeah.
Okay, so Steve Harvey, when it comes to relationship advice, he's one of the people look up to. But whether or not this is true, though of course he has debunked the rumors, the reality is people should always remember that everyone is human. Life happens. And obviously, whether or not it happened, they're okay with themselves as a couple, fixing things within themselves as a couple. So whether it happened or not, I do not think it's anybody's business. I believe that people look at a celebrity and just imagine that, oh, your life is too perfect. Let's put some fire underneath and then just create drama around you guys. It's just like the Keke Palmer incident as well. Right. She and Darius Jackson are more or less back together again. He called her his favorite...
but then were they really separated?
That's another thing. Yeah. And that's what people need to understand. What people put out to media is different from their reality.
Exactly.
So I might decide that I do not want to write anything about my private life, or if I show you anything about my private life, I limit what you know. So you can as well come up with whatever you want to say about it.
Anyways, thank you so much for doing this with me, Mary. You see that Burna Boy story, we'll get right back into
this Burna Boy story. I don't see anything.
All right, guys, we'll have to go on a quick break now, people. The show continues. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.